WL Shuffle, and this is another quest for the best video, a series where we look at different teams throughout the game, interesting, fun combinations, and sometimes they're super meta, but the whole series is predicated on team building, which is always a fun thing to do in Darkest Dungeon. So, if you enjoy the content, hit the thumbs up, leave your thoughts in the comments. Like how there needs to be a bleed team or a burn team. Sign up on Patreon, that's pretty cool. Join Discord for game night and other stuff. Alright. This team is a Blight Cleave. The word cleave just means hitting multiple things. This is something I picked up from tabletop games like Pathfinder and D&D, which had feats called cleave, back in the day. And it's synonymous with like AoE, multiple targets, all that kind of stuff. The whole point of this team is to absolutely shred any road fights and node fights, I guess. Even though it's really good at killing multiple things quickly, it also still can put out a lot of damage on a single target. So that means it's good for everything. It struggles a bit in the fetter. So if you go there, make sure you're not going too heavy into Blight. Unless it's Alchemist, she can survive with that. Alchemist, Plague Doctor, no surprise. These are the core four that you want. So Noxious, Blight, Plague, Blight, IS, Great Healing, Token Removal, Battlefield Medicine, of course. And then your last skill is up to you. Maybe Mag Rain, since we're doing like multiple hitting stuff. But otherwise, no, it's not Cause of Death. You can't use that in 4. Vapors, I don't know. I'd probably take Mag Rain, honestly. Or Ounce, maybe. Anyway, that's PD. We're gonna go the other way. We'll look at Flag last, because Flagellant is like the most important part of this. Also very, very funny. There's a lot of Reddit karma right there. Venom Drop Audrey. No surprise. The skills getting changed are mostly the range stuff and Shadow Fade. And what happens with this one is Flashing Daggers turns into this really heavy damage Blight Cleave attack. With Shadow Fade and Mastery, this is like 16 damage every time you throw it. Like on 2 people or some crap like that. It's so good. Okay, well, let's say we're not doing that. Even without Mastery, it's still pretty good. Can't use it in rank 1, that's what Shadow Fade's for. So we have Blight Synergy. Whenever she's in stealth, she deals more Blight damage. Poison Dart doesn't get the bonus crit, but it also gets better Blight. That's 7 per throw. When she's in stealth, that's quite a lot. And so what ends up happening is, if Shadow Fade, because when we use Shadow Fade specifically, get the double stealth, 2 turns of throwing this stuff, and the res piercing. Very helpful. This means that even if you go to the fetter, she can still reliably blight most things. Definitely looking for some on-hit damage too, though, in that situation. So yeah, and you can get speed token on the mastery. So we have our core 3 blight attacks. The rest is, largely up to you. Of course it's up to you. But for suggestions, there is Glint in the Dark. The reason being that we have 2 ways to get into stealth, because there's Dead of Night and Shadow Fade, which means that random Glint Execute 3 might actually do something. Plus, it's a move that is pretty decent value that you can throw out when you're up front. Pick to the Face is also good for the same reason. Now, as I said, Dead of Night for healing, stealth, corpse control, all good stuff, or perhaps it's Absinthe. This one is pretty good, unlike the other versions of Absinthe, you can heal when you're under half instead of a third. It's very nice. And it cleanses DOT when mastered. So pretty good preservation tool. So the whole game plan for Audrey here is Shadow Fade turn 1. You don't even have to do that. You can just start chucking these immediately. But I just like Shadow Fade on turn 1 because it's just fun, you know? And so keep throwing this out, kill the stuff in the middle, and then start throwing poison darts at whatever's left, you know? This way? No, the other way. Burston. No surprise here. Vanguard, this team does not need more damage. Sergeant, backline only. Bulwark, not enough combo flying around on this team. So it's Wanderer. The most basic, standard Wanderer loadout possible. Crush, of course. Defender, still good. Bolster, this is your stress heal. Hold the line so he stays up front where he needs to be. And then your last one, Retribution's good. Bellow's good. This team isn't the fastest. It's decently quick. You got 2 people at 2, and then like 4 and 7, so it's like, okay. But if you wanted to get that a bit more in your favor, then there's Bellow. Another one to consider is Stand Fast. This is just another source of taunt. Taunt is brain off. Very powerful. And it's just defense. So it's just block, taunt, guard, block, bolster, block. Crush randomly. Retribution's still pretty good because it pings damage. So you can get rid of, you know, like dodge tokens on the enemy if that's what ends up happening. And also just chip in on some damage. Get those kill windows a little smaller is good. Or bigger, I guess. I don't know. Now. Flagellant. Also, I forgot to memory him last time. It's gone now. Oh well. Exanimate. Probably no surprise, but Exanimate is the thing to do. Like, you could do this with any other path. Scourge works pretty well too. But Scourge is boring. So we're picking Exanimate. You get extra Blight if low HP. Little res piercing off combo, but just consistent, you know, Blight damage. This also hits into rank 3. Shades of DD1 pre-nerf Flagellant right there. When Punish was going into rank 3, so no one used Reign of Sorrows. I don't know how many people even remember that at this point. Acid Rain. Just there for some extra Blight. Same reason, you know, just a little bit of reach, hits 2 targets, helps set up Necrosis. I guess we should talk about Necrosis. I was going to talk about the other stuff, but no. This is what we're looking at. So the whole focal point of the team is this move. Necrosis is actually super good. It hits pretty freaking hard for something that hits the entire enemy team. Plus, they have to be blighted. So, the fact they're all blighted works very well because now you're putting the blight damage on top of the cleave. It also doesn't hurt him. It's one of the few attacks he can do, or abilities he can do, that doesn't injure himself to use it. And then upgraded 4 to 8. Pretty solid damage. Crit stays the same, but this doesn't even have to heal 5%. Like, that's nice that it does that. Ultimately, it just has to not deal damage to him. So it makes it a little bit safer. And now, you notice we're not running more and more. That's because it heals us, and Exanimate wants to be low HP. Lash's Gift. This is your self-healing. So anytime you get low, like very low, Death's Door-ish, you know, you can hit Lash. There's no cooldown. Very nice. Give yourself some healing, take off all your negative tokens and your combo. And then give yourself Crit Unmastered. Like, I cannot believe this is Crit Unmastered. That's really good. But if you do choose to use the Master, you get Strength and Dodge Plus, which are both nice. And finally, we're The reason I say it's still pretty good single target damage for bosses is because sepsis scales off of all this blight that we're throwing onto people. 2 uses oftentimes is enough to kill most things. But yeah, so the whole purpose of the build is to use Plague Doctor, turn 1, drop Blight, and then Venom drop Grave Robber. If you want to Shadow Fade into flashing, you can. If you just want to throw a Poison Dart, you can. And then Flagellant's first turn is Punish. Turn 2, everything's blighted. And you hit the Gargantuan Necrosis. And you release all of that blocked off serotonin that's been sitting in your brain for years. It just comes out when you're able to hit that Necrosis. So we'll roll up to the inn. And we'll spend a couple minutes trying to get a fight for y'all. And I'll show you how it works in practice. Alright, nice. We got a good opening for MASH here. This is Denial. So I had 5 mastery points. I still have to make it to the inn after I record this part. So I put them on things that aren't too consequential in terms of showing off what the build is capable of. Got all of our turns in a row too. I guess that's helpful. Turn 1. Shadow Fade. It's really nice too, since it's always like Audrey first, and then PD most of the time, and then Man-at-Arms and Flag go together-ish. Usually you get the good turn orders, and that's one of the hardest things about making any synergistic combo team, is that you have to get the speed orders right. Or build it in such a way that the order doesn't matter that much. But yeah, so Shadow Fade. The thing that gets absolutely mauled in this setup is the rank 3, because it gets hit by everything. Another thing really nice about having Man-at-Arms, not just the overall utility, is that when Flag gets low and he's, you know, spamming Lash or something like that, you can defend him, even taunt, but defend's really good too. So you always have that option. Another reason I like this team is because ultimately these block tokens don't matter. They're going to be gone by the time it matters at all. Very important, hit the rank 1, because flashing is going to hit the middle too. Getting cut. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. Where's the Purge? Yes! The 2 stress? Why? Bruh. Okay, now. Oh, and Flag goes next. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Look, there go all the blocks. And now. Oh, man. So good. And they just start dropping. Oh, it's perfect. I love it. I love it so much. Let's see. I think he has a chance of killing that dude. Do we just mag rain? You don't need the Blight anymore. Trying to get burned on these 2. And then what? 4 to 6? Good luck. We tried. Ah! And I'll start Death's Door. And actually, I should have pinged this one, so it would have Death's Doored as well, but that's fine. You see what I mean, though, right? Look how fast this team gets through a 4-stack fight, you know? Also, I'm in stealth. Execute. It's just crazy to me how well this team works together. And even if Death shows up for Flag, because she can do that, one of the best ways to deal with that fight is to have someone that can actually guard another person. So if you have a cover tank, even Vestal, Templar, Crusader, for instance, just being able to guard these people, especially Flag, because he usually gets bullied in that fight, goes a long way in helping him survive. I'm sitting here just talking as we mosey on to the next node. Also, let me know if you enjoy this small change in format, where instead of just talking over the character screen, you know, we actually pick a team and do stuff. I mean, does it help? We're showing it off. It's gonna be the same song and dance again. It's gonna happen once. Is Flag driving? He said he steered us wrong. We always wonder who's driving the damn wagon. Apparently it's the guy that's trying to almost die but not actually die. I did want to show the Cultist match just because these are normally pretty tough. And we get to see that this comp really just doesn't care about what's in front of it. If it can stick the Blight, it's gonna rip the enemy up in like 3 turns. Actually, let's get some. There we go. It still has dodge. Whatever. Hopefully 6. That particular Blight is usually a bit iffy because Flag has no, random penetration. Poor Bearson, he's been getting absolutely mauled this entire region. Yeah. I'll do it. Maybe I should have guarded Audrey. I wanted to guard someone of like little consequence, since these two just smash the front every turn anyway. I didn't care. But maybe I should have just did it for Audrey. Oh no, it's in stealth. Alright, we're good. Alts are pretty beefy, all things considered, so this should be a lot of effective damage. Here we go. Ah. A crit was kind of mean. This thing's gone next turn. Love it. Might pass heal. I'm gonna retire at the end anyway, so it doesn't matter what the relationships and stuff are like. Although I don't want a meltdown. Because if I melt down, I might get Shattered Will. Alright. Yeah, I guess we'll hit this front one. Another Flashing Dagger's turn, just so I can hit this one under stealth. Plus, if you're not hitting Flashing Daggers with Venom Drop, what the heck are you doing? You know what I am saying? It'll set me up a sepsis after I screwed it up that first time. I doubt it. Also, I probably should have healed Man-at-Arms, but just looking at all this effective damage, man. A good bolster, I guess. Actually, I should just ping this thing. There you go. Okay. And 2 to 4. If I crit on my little 5%, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. It will kill. Almost. 3 to 4. It's fine. Let's get the heal. Not that it really matters. Normally, that's the effective way to end it. Stall up for a little bit of HP, Yeah, 4 rounds. 4 rounds, got through 2 Evangelists. They died at the same time. Like, this team slaps, dude. As the youth say. But yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hope the team's fun. Let me know if you try it. Let me know what you think. If you change anything, let me know too. Always interested to hear people's experiences. If you have any other team suggestions, hit me up. Like I said, I have a list that I work through. This one people have asked for. I like showing this team. But yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.